Joseph, the king of dreams, he calls himself. We have been flabbergasted by the testimony of this man.
Angry, I'm hurt. I feel like Joseph, whose brothers actually threw him in the pit, and they ended up selling him because I've been working with my colleagues and we've been working very well. But for my colleagues to turn on me the way they turned on me, that's beyond me.
So he's saying
No one has turned on you, my kind sir. It is your questionable conduct that has led us to arrive at this particular point. And the fact that you seem to not understand that is of serious and grave concern to me, given the high position that you occupy in the South African police services.
Yes. Are you an irresponsible police officer that just mingles with anyone without checking the credibility of such people?
I don't think it's fair, General Chair, that every person that I meet, I must investigate. You do meet people, and you won't have capacity to really conduct a background check on anybody that you meet.
So it means I must be worried, General, that you can come to my village and mingle with criminals and later come and say you did not know their character. So that is the kind of a police officer, the national deputy commissioner we have in South Africa, who just mingles with people and later come and say, no, I did not know their character.
Sibonelo Nomvalo's reaction to this man's response and reasoning is a complete and total accurate reflection of the majority of us. We are watching this man who holds such a high position in the South African police services, and he responds like a 10-year-old. I don't even think 10-year-olds respond like this. This is the most incredible witness account I have ever witnessed in my life. Not because anything spectacular is happening, or maybe something very spectacular is happening. This man is inarticulate. I don't even think even if he spoke in Zulu, which I believe is his mother tongue, he would be able to communicate in an effective manner. And it makes me wonder, who is he giving instructions to? How is he able to lead? This guy cannot communicate well. He doesn't listen well. He doesn't answer well. I don't even understand what's going on at this particular point in time. He says he's consulted 4 attorneys. There's no way you are going to consult 4 attorneys and come here at the ad hoc committee in Parliament and conduct yourself in this particular manner. What is going on?
Not true completely. What is happening here, it is something that was actually planned, carefully planned, to be able to fight to fight and defy the instruction of disbandment of the PKTT, because these cases were really running. The case of Swar, Mr. Swar, was resolved already. The case of that involved maybe Katiso Molefe, it was well under investigation, and it was running, and there was no interference from my part, at least, that says do this or don't do this from my side at all. Now,
I want you to look at the way he is conducting
what is happening here
in the previous clip. He's not sitting straight.
It is something that was actually
his
planned,
hands are all
carefully
over the
planned,
place. His
to be able
spectacles
to
are
fight
sitting at the tip of his nose. What is the purpose and the intention
instruction
of
of
it?
disbandment
Why would
of the
a lieutenant
PKTT.
general, a person who holds a leadership
These
position
cases
in the South African
were really
police
running.
service, conduct themselves in such a manner? This man speaks like he's 10 years old. And I keep saying this because it's the most incredible thing I have ever seen in a very long time. And I am a person who has witnessed a lot of things. I'm a person who's been attacked by one of my very clients whom I was trying to get off in court. In fact,
it was well under
ended up
investigation,
being
And it was
committed
running, and
because
there was
of
no
the attack
interference
that
from
he
my
had
part.
perpetrated or
That
tried to
says,
perpetrate against myself in court,
that
because his
says,
mother had
do this or
convinced
don't do
me
this from my
that in
side.
fact he was not mentally
At
ill when
all.
he was.
Now,
Right? So I'm a person who
not true
knows.
completely.
I've seen a lot of crazy
What is
things.
happening here?
This is one of the most incredible witness
It
testimonies
is something that
I
was
have ever
actually
seen. This
planned,
guy
carefully
indicated
planned
us in one
to
clip.
be
He
able to
said
fight
he's been in the South African
defied
Police
and
Services
defied
since he was
instruction
20
of
years old.
disbandment of the
And he's
PKTT.
currently 57.
Because
So
these
he's been in
cases
SAPS for
were really
37
running.
years old, and all that time, he's never learned how to communicate effectively.
The case
Yet he occupies such a high position.
Mr.
This
Swar,
guy has said he
as a result of
instructed 4 attorneys. So
The
I know
case
for a
of-
fact that his
that
attorneys
involved
are
maybe
most
Katiso
definitely
Molefe
prepping him.
in-
So
but
against
it was well under investigation,
of his attorneys,
and it was running,
he
and
still
there was no
goes
interference
at
from
the
my
ad hoc
part
committee
that says
and
do
literally, who
this or
conducts
don't do
themselves?
this from
Which
my side.
57-year-old will
At
conduct
all.
themselves
Now-
this way? He's literally acting like a 10-year-old boy who was caught trying to steal sugar out of the cookie jar. Look at him. Rewind the clip and go look at this man. I cannot believe what we are witnessing at this particular point in time. Who gave this man his job? Who gave this man a job?
Police officer. You are a general. You are the National Deputy Commissioner. For you to have a relationship with people who have questionable characters can never be justified.
It is not correct to say I have a relationship with them as if they were my friends. They were not my friends to an extent that it can be called a relationship with criminals. It's not correct.
But General, when we asked you about the relationship with Brown Mogotsi, I think the question was asked by Honorable Ngola. You said he was asking if you are still speaking, if you are speaking with Brown Mogotsi. You said you are speaking with him. And he further asked if you are speaking on police issues. You said, no, we are speaking on general issues. What do you mean by general?
If you remember very well, Chair, I said that my relationship or how I got to speak to Brown, he gave me information, valuable information that according to me was valuable to me.
No, but you are contradicting yourself. Remember, you said the information that he gave to you was already in your possession.
Yes.
So how can something that you know be valuable when it comes for the second time? I know that I'm Sibonelo Nomvalo. If you come and tell me that something that I know, it can't be valuable.
Chair, no matter how much you stretch it, the bottom line is, I say I met Brown and he gave me information that I needed, although it was confirming something that I knew, and I see nothing wrong in that regard.
But how can something that you already knew be valuable?
Up until I meet him, I would then here take it from there.
I am very much aware that I am very much deviating from my mandate, which is to give you legal commentary on his actual testimony. But I am not able to follow this man's testimony. This man is not able to speak or articulate himself in a manner that is befitting the position that he occupies. He needs to be led. And even when he's being led down a trap, he lacks the foresight to be able to see what is coming. Now I want to know, was this man ever a detective? Was this man ever an investigative policeman? Because 2 + 2 for this guy does not equal 4. This guy for me is M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. I cannot believe that this guy is who he says he is in our life.
Okay. The plan was signed.
The plan was signed.
But why was it not dissolved then?
Because General Mkanasi says he was not informed, therefore the team is running.
So according to General Mkwanazi, is acting against the instructions of the top brass of the service.
Which happened.
Okay. Let's go to dockets. You say you are the custodian of all the dockets in South Africa.
Correct.
But you say there are dockets that you can be unable to account for. How does that happen?
Not that I can be unhappy to account for. That falls under me, but I'm not accounting. I'm expected to account for them, but they are not in my possession.
Okay. Where do you derive these powers of custodianship of dockets?
Can we go to the same letter that gives the powers that was approved by the National Commissioner? That says I just want the page, Chair, that says the Deputy National Commissioner Crime Detection is the custodian of all dockets in the country. In the bundle. Chair, I want to just legal team do know. Evidence leader.
Yes, sir. The witness is.
I want to be able to get to that page that assists me, where it says the Deputy National Commissioner is the one that was even approved by the National.
True that Ket Matlala paid an amount of 2 million towards the purchase of your plot in St. Joran in Pretoria.
I don't know, because my plot is procured, is bought through the bank, and there's no 2 million that was paid.
So it's not true.
It's not true.
You said Ket came to your office to discuss about a tender. Did I hear you correctly?
No, you didn't hear me correctly.
Where did you meet up?
I said he came to the office to discuss the issue of the fact that he's been awarded a tender, and then he's got a lease agreement to do to occupy the facility, and then he was not being allowed to occupy the facility. This is the meeting that was intended for the National Commissioner, but the National Commissioner was not there. I was the one acting.
Yeah, but that is what I was saying as well. Now, did you see it appropriate to meet a service provider?
I meet everybody. Even if he's a service provider, he is a stakeholder, but at that time in his capacity, he was more of a complainant.
Who signed his appointment letter? A letter that was appointing him to work for the department.
I don't know whether it's the National Commissioner or supply chain, but I was not part thereof.
Now, why did he not refer that concern to them?
He came
because they are the ones, general. I see a general who's all over the place here, meeting business people. They are the ones who appointed him to work for the department, not you. They are the ones who signed the appointment letter. How does it get to you to speak about a tender?
This guy is here, there, everywhere. He doesn't know where he is deriving the capacity to hold the dockets. He doesn't know why he's meeting with stakeholders who have been appointed through the tender system, but he's meeting with them. Yes, he's in possession of these dockets, but he basically doesn't understand what his job description is. That's what's happening over here. Like I said, MICKEYMOUSE, I do apologize. I am not able to give you an objective analysis on this man's testimony because I can't. I am currently listening to Senzo Mkunu and I will come back, but I've listened to him and he at least sounds like, he actually sounds like Jacob Zuma. He sounds like Jacob Zuma. But anyhow, thank you for listening.